So hopefully soon etc update will be removed from Gentoo. But why shouldn't we use etc update and use dispatch config instead? Well, it's a much better tool that allows easy managing of config file updates with portage, and also supports config rollback. Let's show you. I've set up a use flag change, and if we run dispatch config, you're going to see that it shows us all the use flag changes there. We've got options on the bottom that tells you what to do, and they're quite clear. You've got Q for quit, which obviously quits, H for help, give you help, next, so you could just skip it and move on, E, which allows you to edit it yourself, Z for zap new, which basically means keep the old config, which means remove the new config and keep your old one, U, which is use a new config, which means overwrite your old one, merge, which merges the two together, and look merge, which just shows you what would happen if you run the merge command. You just press Q after that, by the way, to get out of it. Okay, that's basically it. So we want to use this, and 99% of the time you do. So if you just press U and it saves the config. The only two you ever really use is Z and U. Keep the config or use the config. Like, that's generally the workflow with this. But what makes dispatch config better than etc config is the fact that it keeps a backup of the old config. So one you might have come across if you're an etc update user is that you might have overwritten your sudo config. What you can do is go cd etc config archive, and inside here you'll see that all our changes are kept. So we've got all the old versions that we use. You could pair this with something like a control software, so it uploads the Git, and you'll always have a backup of your config, and that's what makes Dispatch the choice for you over anything else, because mistakes happen, and this gives you an easy ability to get yourself out of any trouble that you cause yourself. So I hope you learned something useful from this one, and I will catch you on the next one, so keep compiling. So it's clear I have a Gentoo addiction. If you want to help enable me, and in exchange make interesting videos for you, why not consider being like these wonderful people and donating to me? Prices start at $1, and it helps me to do tasks such as these. Please consider clicking on the Patreon link to find out more. Cheers, guys.